Welcome to the Sonateca Gaming channel. Make yourselves comfortable, relax your shoulders, remove all distractions, and allow yourselves to completely disconnect from the real world for a few moments. Today, I'm taking you into one of the most famous, most detailed, and most alive worlds the video game industry has ever created. We're talking about a game that defined an entire generation of players, and that, even more than 10 years after its release, still looks, sounds, and plays like a title that was ahead of its time. GTA takes us to Los Santos and the wider Blaine County region, a massive open world inspired by Los Angeles and California, but shaped through Rockstar's unmistakable artistic vision. This is not just a map filled with icons and missions, but a world that functions on its own, even when you're doing absolutely nothing. Cars move through intersections, pedestrians argue, the police react to small incidents, and random events unfold without warning. The city has its own pulse, its own rhythm, and its own daily life, which makes Los Santos feel like a real place rather than a simple backdrop. The diversity of environments further strengthens that feeling. In one moment, you're driving through the luxury neighborhoods of Vinewood surrounded by expensive cars and villas, and in the next, you're passing through the neglected streets of South Los Santos, where crime and poverty are part of everyday life. Once you leave the city, you enter the completely different world of Blaine County, with deserts, mountains, small towns, and industrial zones that further expand the sense of freedom and scale. The story is one of GTA 5's strongest elements and one of the main reasons this game is still remembered today. For the first time in the series, we follow three main characters whose lives constantly intertwine. Michael, Franklin, and Trevor are not just playable characters, but fully developed personalities with flaws, strengths, fears, and ambitions. Their dynamic adds a level of depth rarely seen in open-world games. Michael DeSanta is a former professional bank robber who has officially escaped the criminal world, but mentally never left it. He has money, luxury, a family, and security, yet he has no peace. A life without risk and adrenaline eats him from the inside. His marriage is falling apart, his children don't respect him, and his past is constantly knocking at the door. Michael represents a man who got everything he wanted, but lost his sense of purpose. His missions often feel cinematic and highlight the inner conflict between the desire for a normal life and an uncontrollable need for chaos. Franklin Clinton represents the opposite side of that story. He is young, ambitious, and determined to escape the environment he grew up in. He doesn't want small jobs or a life spent running from the police, but a real opportunity to prove himself and build a stable future. Franklin is the most grounded character in the game and often acts as a moral compass, even though he's far from perfect. His relationship with Michael evolves into a mentor-student dynamic, but also a clash between old-school criminal thinking and a new generation seeking more control and less chaos. Trevor Phillips is, without any doubt, one of the most striking characters in gaming history. He is pure anarchy, brutal, unpredictable, mentally unstable, yet brutally honest. Trevor doesn't pretend, doesn't hide his emotions, and doesn't try to please anyone. His loyalty is extreme, often violent, but real. Trevor's missions are frequently the most intense, shocking, and unforgettable, constantly pushing the boundaries of what players expect. The ability to instantly switch between these three characters gives the game a unique flow. One moment you're in the middle of a heist, the next you're speeding down the highway, and then you wake up in a completely unexpected situation. This mechanic keeps the world feeling alive and ensures that Los Santos always feels like something is happening. Missions in GTA 5 are diverse and carefully directed. The large-scale heists stand out the most, allowing players to plan every detail, choose their crew, and make decisions that directly affect the outcome. The feeling of being part of a big crime movie is constant and represents one of the game's biggest highlights. Gameplay remains incredibly fun. Driving is arcade-like but extremely satisfying, with a massive selection of vehicles. Flying planes and helicopters adds another dimension entirely. Crossing the entire map in a military jet or passenger plane delivers a powerful sense of freedom and truly shows how massive the world is. Controls are intuitive, and the aerial view leaves a lasting impression. Technically, GTA 5 still holds up remarkably well. On PS4, It looks stable and polished, while the PS5 version delivers smoother frame rates, faster loading times, and a more modern overall feel. Everything feels more fluid and responsive. GTA Online further extends the game's lifespan. A massive amount of activities, constant updates, new missions, businesses, and heists offer hundreds of additional hours of content for those who want to stay in the world of Los Santos. Atmosphere is what ties everything together. Radio stations, humor, satire, dialogue, and small environmental details make the world feel believable and alive. Rockstar managed to tell a serious story about society, ambition, and greed without ever losing the fun factor. And it's precisely in this freedom that GTA V's true strength lies. The game never tells you exactly how you must play it. You can ignore missions for hours and simply drive through the city. You can follow traffic laws or cause chaos at every corner. You can climb a mountain and watch the sunset or head into the desert to explore abandoned locations. Every player creates their own unique experience within the same world. Small details play a huge role as well. The way weather changes, how rain affects driving, and how the city completely transforms at night all add to the sense of realism. Los Santos at night feels like a real major city, full of lights, noise, and constant movement. Even a simple highway drive can become an experience on its own. Combat, while relatively simple, has a solid rhythm. Cover, positioning, and weapon choice matter. The arsenal is massive and offers enough variety to make every shootout feel different. Explosions, sound effects, and animations further enhance the intensity of encounters. Music is another element worth highlighting. Radio stations are not just background noise, but a core part of the atmosphere. Every song is carefully selected and perfectly matched to the moment. Many scenes become memorable precisely because of the music playing at that time. Interaction with the world is constant. People react to you, comment on your actions, run away, argue, or call the police. The world never stands still, and that's what separates GTA 5 from many other open world games. Even after dozens of hours, you can still encounter situations you've never seen before. Freedom of choice is also present in how missions are completed. Some allow different approaches, quiet or aggressive, fast or patient. The game doesn't punish creativity, it often rewards it. That's why every playthrough can feel different. All of this together makes GTA 5 more than just a game. It's an experience, a world you return to not because you have to, but because you want to. Whether you have 10 minutes or several hours, there's always something to do. Because of all this, Grand Theft Auto V still stands as one of the strongest pillars of the modern gaming industry. A game that pushed boundaries, set standards, and showed how alive, deep, and unforgettable an open world can be. To wrap things up, it's time for the final score. Earns a score of 9.5 out of 10. This is a game that has stood the test of time and still represents one of the most complete experiences the open world genre has to offer. Thank you for watching this video until the end. If you enjoyed this review, feel free to leave a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel as it directly supports the growth of the Sonyteca gaming community. Your support means a lot and motivates us to keep creating more content like this. See you in the next video.